My name is Teenie Howard. I work here at Nerdvana Comics. I'm a sales associate here, and my job is getting people addicted to comics. I would say in 5 years, if not more space, which would be great. I don't know where we would get more space from here, but more of the things we like doing here, which are events and clubs and gaming and just expanding and being able to spend more time with fellow nerds. So my favorite comic currently running is probably a DC Comics book called Grayson. It's about the guy that was the first Robin. He's grown up and he's done a lot of stuff. He was Nightwing for a while, but now he's a spy, and the book is just called Grayson. And that's probably my favorite because he's my favorite character. That's the book I look forward to most. My favorite comic book of all time, I don't know, probably New Teen Titans. It's a book from like 1988. It's probably my favorite. That or Sandman by Neil Gaiman.
DC or Marvel?
Both.
Both?
I can't choose. I love comic books. That's like I really love music too, but like no one ever comes up to me and says like, you know, like, okay, like Rolling Stones or the Beatles. Like I can listen to both, right? So I work in a shop. I love the comic industry. I want the industry to succeed. So I love DC and I love Marvel and I love indie books and I love stuff that all sorts of publishers. There are so many great publishers outside of DC and Marvel. I love what they put out too. I've always liked reading comics more than I liked reading anything else. I've always loved reading, but I've always had a primary interest. If I could read something in comic book form, I always liked it a little more than reading it in prose. But I don't know, I remember when I was probably 7 or 8, I had a book called The Cartoon History of the Universe, which was a history textbook done in comic book form. And I think I read that book till it fell apart. When I first moved to Wilmington, my husband is big into theater and I like costuming a lot. And so when we first moved to Wilmington, we had some opportunities to do some costuming work with the Brown Coat Theater. And the owners of the Brown Coat Theater are the same owners of Nerdvana Comics. And so we became friends with Richard and Amber through our work at the Brown Coat, and so we were able to work with them here too. And on a busy Saturday, I'd say we easily can see 50 to 100 people.
Now, is that number a good number for a comic book store, or is that a little low?
We do well here. It depends because there are some comic shops that are small little kiosks that just survive on their subscribers and their known fans. And then there are shops like, you know, Midtown in New York, which is like a tourist location and people come from all over just to go to that shop. But I think we definitely have like a really good location and we do really well. Especially for a small town like Wilmington that has other comic shops as well. I think we're in a really great location and we do really well. We've done a couple events here. Of course, we do Free Comic Book Day, which is kind of like, you know, if you've ever worked in retail and they talk about Black Friday being the biggest day of the year. For comics, one of the biggest days of the year is Free Comic Book Day. Every publisher puts out free comics for the public. And the idea is that when people hear they can get a free comic, they're more likely to check out their local comic shop. So it benefits the industry as publishers get a chance to put out some of their new titles for free. And it benefits comic shops because we get to bring in people that might not ordinarily come in. But it's a very, very busy day, and you know we're all hands on deck, and we do special sales and events. We did a geek yard sale here recently, where we had all sorts of fun geeky items for sale. We've done Ladies' Night, where we shut the shop a little early, and we have a really awesome welcoming environment for women who might otherwise feel unwelcome in a comic shop, which we are very welcoming to women at all times. But Ladies' Night is a really cool special event. We actually have more female employees than male, which is kind of uncommon for comic shops. So we like to have Ladies' Night, and we have treats and crafts, and we talk about our favorite books, and we have like a book club. We've also done a Keep Your Comic Craft, which is aspiring people looking to make comic books. We meet up here and we talk a little bit about the comic book industry, the different experiences we've had. And we do gaming as well. We always have a couple weekly games going on, stuff like Dungeons and Dragons or different tabletop games.